All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, one and all, and welcome to day number 3. Yes, day number 3, this is week 13, spring 2024 of our journey together. And it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here for this afternoon's class. Now, I apologize once again for having a late start, but it would due to stuff that was beyond my control. So let's go ahead and begin. So let's head up. Um, today is Wednesday. Set up properly. Let me change this design so we can have a better design, more standard design. So let's set up. Today is Wednesday the 3rd. Write this down for me, please. Today is Wednesday the 3rd of April. Wednesday the 3rd of April, 2024. The subject is, of course, mathematics. And the topic is bar graphs. We're still on bar graphs. It's going to be bar graphs part 2. Okay. Now, when we talk about bar graphs, we looked at them yesterday, and we looked at looking at a bar graph, how to arrive to a particular solution. And we also looked at when they give you a particular question where you actually have to figure out, right? You actually have to figure out how to construct this bar graph. So when they already give you the bar graph, that's one question that we could have. And then you have another question where you are not given the bar graph, you have to make one on your own. And we looked at both of them yesterday. Today we're going to be looking at a different type of bar graph. I mean, another one where they give you the particular bar graph, and we're going to be able to answer some questions based on this particular bar graph. So, all right, so let's begin. Let me show you this one. So I need you to draw this bar graph. Again, I need you to draw this bar graph inside of your book. I'm going to post it on the screen. Again, I need you to draw this bar graph. Okay. All right, so let me show you it. So here we have this particular bar graph. And if we look at the bar graph, what are the, how many creatures or how many animals are being considered inside this bar graph? How many?
Four.
Four, very good. So we have this one, it gives us the number for dogs, right? We have another one for birds, then we have for fish, and then we have for hamsters, right? China, can you read the information at the bottom of the bar graph? Where's China?
Right here.
Okay, can you read the information at the bottom?
The graph shows a survey of students of Ansu's preschool to determine which pet they own. Use this graph to answer the questions which follow.
Very good. And Gilbriana, can you read the bottom of the graph for me?
The graph shows a survey of students of Ansu preschool to determine which pet they own. Use the graph to answer the question which follow.
Very good. And Dion, can you read the bottom of the graph?
The graph shows a survey of students of Ansu's preschool to determine which pet they own. Use this graph to answer the question which follows.
Very good. Now, based on this graph, we're talking about how many students owned a particular type of animal. And based on this graph, how many students owned dogs? Based on this graph.
30.
30, very good, 30. And how many students owned birds based on this graph?
40.
40, very good, 40. And based on this graph, how many students owned fish?
10.
10, very good. And based on this graph, how many students owned hamsters?
20.
20, very good. So we have dogs, which is 30. So 30 students own dogs. And then we have 40 students own birds. And then we have 10 students who owned fishes. And then for the hamsters, it was 20 students. All right. All right. So based on this, we're going to answer some questions. Again, based on this, we're going to answer some questions. Where is one? One? Where's one? One, can you hear me?
Yes, I agree.
Okay. Question. Did you finish the work from yesterday?
No, so that's 2021.
Yeah.
No, so
Okay. Well, use this time to answer to finish it up then.
yes, sir.
And who else is doing work from yesterday? Jasmine Lowe. Where's Jasmine? Jasmine Lowe. I have to finish as well. Okay, yeah, please finish. Jasmine, Jasmine, when you finish, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. You understand me, Jasmine? Once you finish. Yes, Prashant.
I could get the class because it was heavy.
Try logging in now, Prashant. Okay, good. All right, so Ajani, can you hear me? Where's Ajani?
Yes.
Okay, good. That's good. All right. Where is Kmar? Kmar, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Kmar, how many students own the dogs?
30.
30. Very good. Natalia, are you there? Where's Natalia?
Yes, sir.
How many students owned the fish, the birds?
40.
40. And Malik Rule, how many students owned fishes?
10 students, sir.
How many students own fishes? Yeah,
There were 10 students, sir.
10 students.
10
Very good.
students. 10
10
fishes.
So 10 students own fishes. All right, so that's based on this, we're gonna answer some questions based on this particular bar graph. This one is relatively easy, nothing difficult about this one. So the first question, let me write it down on the right-hand side. The first question based on this graph. So the first question is, how many students? Let me put it on the right-hand side. Again, I'm gonna put it on the right-hand side. By the way, please make sure to draw this graph. Again, make sure to draw this graph, use a ruler and a pencil to make sure to draw this graph. This is gonna be question 1. How many students owned, based on this question, how many students owned a bird? How many students owned a bird? And I think this is very clear from this one. What y'all have for how many students own a bird? What's the answer for that one?
40.
40.
40.
Yeah, 40. 40. So the answer is 40 students. That one is pretty simple. Not about that. Do we understand how we got that right? I think that's clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's the first one. How many students own the bird? The answer is 40. We just gotta look at the bar graph and we can be able to determine that that's 40. Next question. Question number 2. Question number 2. Question number 2 states, how many more students own dogs than own fishes? So question number 2 is, how many more students, I don't think y'all can see this. How many more students? Y'all can see my screen now, right? What I'm writing.
Mr. Petit.
Go ahead. Yes, you have a question? How many more students owned?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
Can you please screenshot the screen and send it to me because my internet is going in and out.
Oh, okay. That's Sabria, right? Okay, no problem. I'll screenshot it and send it to you. You mean on your phone or or in the chat?
On my phone.
Okay. Once we finish with the question, I'm gonna send it to you. How many more students owned dogs than owned fishes? How many more students own dogs than own fishes? Okay. So question number 2 asks how many more students own dogs than own fishes? How are we gonna do this?
You would find a number of
Subtract
dogs
30 from 10.
or fishes and you would subtract.
So the first thing is that you need to find the number. Find the number of what? Find the number of which ones first?
Dogs,
Find the number of dogs, and then we're gonna find the number of what?
fishes.
Fishes. So we first have to find the number of students who own a dog, and then find the number of students who own fishes, and then what we have to do for it. What we have to do?
Subtract dog and fish.
Subtract them, right? Okay. So let's do that. So this one is basically we're trying to find the difference of them two, right? So I think Dari already answered. Dari says 20. So how many more students own dogs than fishes? That one is pretty straightforward. We have for the birds, for the dogs, we have 30. So the answer, let's write this down. Answer is going to be 30 students own the dogs. And for the fishes, it's what? It's 10. And so if we have 30 minus 10, that's going to be what?
20.
30 minus 10 is 20. So the answer is going to be 20 students. 20 students. So how many more students own dogs than fishes? The answer is 20 students. So 20 students own dogs than own fishes, right? All right. That's pretty straightforward because all we need to do is we need to take the amount for dogs, which is 30, and then we need to take the amount of fishes, which is 10, and then subtract the 2. All right, that's fine. All right, question number 3. Question number 3. Question number 3. Question number 3 is interesting. I like this one. Sort of different than what we normally do, but it says write down the ratio of birds to hamsters. Write down the ratios. Write down the ratio of birds to hamsters. Okay. Write down the ratio of birds to hamsters in its lowest terms. In its lowest terms. In its lowest terms. All right. So we want to write the ratio of let me just leave it like that. Let me just leave it in. I'm just gonna keep it in black. We're gonna write down the ratio of birds to hamsters in lowest terms. Now, when we say ratio, what are we talking about? Ratio. When we say ratio, what are we talking about? Hello? When we say ratio, what are we talking about? What are we gonna do for this one? Anyone have any idea? You want the
40
ratio of
40 to 20 and simplify it divided by 2.
very good. So when they say the ratio of hamsters, I mean birds to hamsters, so we have to write that just like how I say it, right? So we have to say birds, right? So birds, right? Ratio of birds to hamsters. Birds to hamsters. Now we're gonna put a colon here. So we have birds and then we have hamsters, right? So birds to hamsters, right? Birds to hamsters. Birds to hamsters. All right, so we want to write down a ratio of birds to hamsters, right? Now, what is birds? What is the amount for birds? We just figured that out. The amount for birds is what? That's gonna be what?
40.
40. 40, very good. So the amount for birds is 40. And then what is the amount for hamsters? What is the amount for hamsters?
20.
20, very good. So it's gonna be 40 to 20. 40 to 20. Now question, what could we do with the 2 zeros at the back? What could we do with the 2 zeros at the back? We could do what? We could what?
Cancel them out.
We could cancel them out, right? So if we cancel the zeros, it will be this 0 cancel with that 0. So we'll be left with what? 4, 2, 4, 2, 2. 4 to 2. 4 to 2. Now, is it in its simplest form as yet? Is it
No,
in its
sir.
simplest? No, it's
sir.
No, sir.
no, it's
No,
not in the
sir.
simplest form as yet, right? It's not in the simplest form. And so what we have to do?
Divided by 2.
Divide both sides by?
2.
Divide both sides by 2. I don't want only one person talking. It's not only Samantha in this class. What do we have to do with this ratio? What do we have to do?
Divide by 2.
Divide both sides by 2. Very good. Divide both sides by 2. Divide both sides by 2. What is 4 divided by 2? That's going to be what?
2. So
2. Very good. And then what is 2 divided by 2?
1.
It's going to
1.
be 1. 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1. And so the answer, right, is 2 to 1. The answer is 2 to 1. So how do we get 2 to 1? The first thing we do is we write 40 to 20, right? And then we cancel out the zeros, right? Then we divide both sides by 2. And so we get 4 divided by 2, 2 divided by 2. We know that 4 divided by 2 is 2. And we know that 2 divided by 2 is 1. And so the ratio of birds to hamsters is definitely 2 to 1. All right. Please let me know if you understand that so far. Again, let me know if you understand that.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I do not.
Okay. Natalia, where's Natalia?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Explain how we got 2 to 1.
So basically, you would have to find how much birds there are, and it would be 40. And then you also have to find how much hamsters there are, which would be 20. So you write 40 colon 20, and then you would divide each of them by 2, and it would give you 4 divided by 2 colon 2 divided by 2. And once you divide them, you should get 2 colon 1.
2 to 1. That's how we read it. Okay. 2 to 1.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. 2 to 1. Where is Brashawn? Brashawn, are you there? Where's Brashawn? Brashawn, are you there? Where's Brashawn? Hello, Brashawn Turnquest, can you hear me? Can't hear from Brashawn. Kingston, where's Kingston?
Yes, sir.
Explain how we got the 2 to 1, please. Explain how we got that.
Yes, sir. So we have to find the ratio of birds to hamsters. Birds is 40, colon, and hamster is 20.
Mhm.
And we cross out the zeros from the 40 and the 20, giving us 4 to 2.
Mhm.
And then we divide them by 2, giving us our final answer, 2 to 1.
2 to 1, very good. Where's Jaleel? Jaleel, are you there? Jaleel, are you
Yeah.
there? Do you understand how we got 2 to 1?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, explain how we got 2 to 1.
Yes, so
Okay.
you find the numbers for the birds and hamsters. For birds, it's 40, colon and hamsters is 20. And then you you cross out the zeros, and then you're left with 4 and 2. So you divide the 4 and the 2, and then you get 2:1.
Very good. 2:1. Very good. Nakari, where's Nakari?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Nakari, do you understand how we got an answer? Pardon?
Yes, sir.
Say it again, I could barely hear you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, explain how we got 2:1.
The question says, write down the ratio of birds to hamsters in the lowest term. On the chart, it shows that birds are 40 and hamsters are 20. So the ratio of birds to hamsters is 40:20. And if you simplify 40:20, 2 could go into itself once and 2 could go into 4 twice. That's how you get 2 and 1.
Very good, 2:1, thank you. Do we understand how we got this answer for number 3? Let me know if you understand. Let me know if you understand, please, if you understand how we got it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. Petit, are you talking?
Right there. Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Right. Can you all hear me now?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes, Prashant. I could hear you, Prashant.
Could you, all right.
I could hear you now. Prashant, did you
Yes,
finish
sir.
the video from yesterday?
No, sir, I didn't get to finish.
Yeah, I need you to finish that now for me. Okay?
Hello?
Okay, you
Hello?
understand? You understand me? Finish the video for me.
Yes, sir.
Good. All right. So let's move on to the next question. Where is Sabria? Sabria, are you there? Where's Sabria?
Yes, sir.
Can you see the screen still? Or you need me to send you the
You can send it to me, sir.
okay, no problem. All right. Let's go on to the next question. So this one was on question number 3. Now we have one more question to go, and then we're gonna move on to the next part. What I'm gonna do, I'm also gonna send the video, not the video, I'm gonna send the then I'm gonna send the picture of what we have so far inside the chat. But you know what? Let me just wait until we finish the full question. Then I could do it. I sent it to you, Sabria. Let me know if you got it. I don't know which phone are you using, but I sent it to you. I sent it to your phone. All right, so the last question is question number 4.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I was just gonna ask you, can you move the thing?
Okay.
Where you
Okay. Question number 4. How many students took part? Okay, that's good. How many students took part? How many students took part in the survey? How many students took part in the survey? All right. Again, how many students took part in the survey? Oh, wow. I am so sorry. Number 3 is missing. Let me go back to number 3. Good. So we need to write number 4 here. So how many students took part in the survey? Do I have any volunteers up with number 4? How many students took part in the survey?
You add up all the numbers of the pets.
Mm-hmm. And Gilbriana is gonna say something?
I was saying you can add up all the numbers of the pets.
Okay, add up all the numbers of the pets. Okay, Latalia, I saw your mic open. You was gonna try to answer too?
I was gonna say what she said.
Okay. All right, what she said. Whatever she said. Okay, so let's add them up. So we have, by the way, let me move this thing from the bottom.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Chai, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Could you send me the notes?
This is the first slide. We started late. Okay. Okay, so you didn't miss much, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, so it's going to be 30 plus what?
40.
Okay, 30. We're at 30 plus 40 plus
10.
plus 10
100.
plus
Which is 100.
20. 30 plus 40 plus 10 plus 20 is going to be what?
100.
100. Very good. So it's 100 students took part in the survey. 100 students took part in the survey. Very good. All right. All right. Okay, all right, so in order to get the total number of students in the survey who took part in the survey, what we had to do is add all the numbers that we have. Where's Malia? Malia, do you understand what we've done so far? Malia, do you understand what we've done so far? Where's Malia? Malia, I cannot hear you. If you could type inside the chat, that'll be good. Jaleel, do you understand what we've done so far? Jaleel?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And Gilbriana, do you understand what we've done so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. And Natalia, do you understand what we've done so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where's Randisha? Randisha, are you there? Again, Randisha, where's Randisha? Randisha, are you there? Randisha, if you're here, please let me know if you're here, Randisha. Okay, Randisha, did you send me the notes from yesterday for the video? Randisha? Did you send me the notes from yesterday from the video that you did? Hello, Randisha, did you send me the notes from yesterday for the video? Yes, sir, I did. I only had to finish a few examples. I didn't see it. You have to resend it because I didn't, wait a minute. Yesterday, 7:44. Yesterday. Yeah, yes, okay, you sent, I see it now. Okay, good, I see it. All right. All right, so for this one, once you finish with this, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp before we move on to the next question. Again, for this one, once you're finished with this, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. I'm going to put this inside the chat for those persons who are still working with this, but if you are finished with this, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right. Again, once you're finished with this, take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, Jaleel. All right.
You got my mom message, Lucy.
Say it again. I want
It's
you
my
all,
mom.
if I got your mom's message. Yeah, I got your mommy message. I got a message. All right, again, once you finish with the notes from the slide, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you finish with the notes from the slide, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right. Again, once you finish with your notes, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Where is Jasmine? Once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me. I haven't seen any notes from you, Jasmine. And Summer, what number you on, Summer? Where's Summer? What number you on? Where's Summer? Summer, can you hear me? All right. All right, so let's move on to the next example. So for this one that we just did, we had to, by the way, I'm still waiting on the rest of you all to send your work. Again, I need you to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to do that, please. Okay, so for the last one we just did, we had the graph given to us, and then we had to look at that, and based on that, we had to answer some questions. For this one, we're going to be looking at, we have to actually construct it from scratch. And so that's what we're going to be looking at right now. How do we construct a bar graph from scratch? And so that's going to be the next question for this one. All right, so let's go ahead and do it. All right, so let's first write this down. Again, make sure I write this down for me, please. Again, make sure I write this down. I need Gilbriana. Can you read this for me, please, for the students?
40 students were asked how many books they read during the holiday. The responses are shown on the table below.
All right, read the table.
Number of books read.
Read.
One,
number of books read.
I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Frequency 4, 9, 5, 15, 7.
Very good. And A, read A as well.
Use a scale of 2 centimeters equals 1 unit on the x-axis, numbers of books, and 1 centimeter equals 1 unit on the y-axis. Frequently, to repeat the responses on the vertical bar graph,
and then
state
the modal.
Pardon me?
State the modal.
Good. State the modal number of books read.
Very good. State the modal number of books read. So what we have here is we have 40 students who were asked how many books that they read during the holidays. And what we want to do is we want to construct a bar graph based on this information. All right. And Natalia, can you read the information in the table? Where's Natalia?
Yes, sir.
Can you read the information in the table for me?
Which information? Oh, number of books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Frequency.
Frequency.
4. Frequency. 4, 9, 5, 15, 17.
5 and 7. 15 and 7.
7.
Thank you, Natalia. So basically what this is saying is that you had 40 students who were asked how many books they read during the holiday. So 4 students read 1 book. All right. Again, 4 students read 1 book. 9 students read 2 books during the holidays. 5 students read 3 books during the holiday. 15 students read 4 books during the holiday. And 7 students read 5 books during the holiday. All right. Again, 4 students read 1 book. 9 students read 2 books. 5 students read 3 books. 15 students read 4 books. And 7 students read 5 books. And so that's how you basically read this table. And what we have to do is we have to construct a bar graph based off of this information. All right. And so what that means is you're definitely going to need to get a ruler and you're going to need a ruler and a pencil to be able to draw this properly. So I'm going to make this smaller so we can have space for our bar graph. All right. So, all right. So let's go ahead and put our graph here. Okay, good. And so let me put this on this side. And maybe I could even make it larger so you could see it better. Okay. So again, based on the chart, right? Based on the chart, we have how many students read 1 book based on the chart? How many students read 1 book?
4.
4 students, very good. Based on the chart, how many students read 2 books?
9.
9, very good. And based on the chart, how many students read 5 books based on the chart?
3.
No, I mean, how many students read 3 books?
Oh, 5.
5 students, very good. And how many students read 4 books over the holiday?
15.
15. And how many students read 5 books?
7.
7, very good. So we have to represent that on the graph, right? So the first one, now what they tell us that number of books goes on the x-axis. So it's going to be the horizontal axis right here. So number of books goes on the x-axis, right? So that's why we have to put number of books. And then frequency goes on the y-axis. That's going to be the one that go up and down, all right? So number of books on the x-axis and frequency goes on the y-axis, all right? So let's go ahead and let's do that. So again, we have to put the number of books on the x-axis and then the frequency on the y-axis. So let's do that, okay? So again, number of books goes on the x-axis. So if you look here, if you look carefully on the x-axis, I have it already labeled as number of books. Okay. Zara is asking for the first slide. So Zara, I'm gonna put the first slide inside the chat. Okay. I'm gonna put the first slide inside the chat. So number of books is on the x-axis, and then number of books is on the x-axis, and then on the y-axis, we're gonna have on the y-axis, we're gonna have frequency. We're gonna have frequency. So I'm also gonna label it as well. Okay, I'm gonna label it. So we have to label it. So for the y-axis, this is our labeling. Let me just show you it. So we have frequency, all right? And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. All right. So frequency is going to be on the y-axis. And they told us 1 centimeter to 1 unit on the y-axis. And that's going to be the frequency, right? On the x-axis is going to be number of books. All right. On the x-axis is going to be number of books, and on the y-axis it's frequency. And so let's go ahead and represent that. So we have to represent the number of books. So let's go ahead and do that. So based on this, right? Okay, so far, based on how we have it, do you all understand how we have constructed the numbering so far? The x-axis
Yes,
is
sir.
number of books and the y-axis is frequency, right? But what did they say? They say using a scale of what? 2 centimeter equal 1 unit. What does that mean? 2 centimeter equal 1 unit. When they say 2 centimeter equal 1 unit, that means that every time, when they say frequency is, when they say 2 centimeter to 1 unit, when they said 2 centimeter to 1 unit, what does that mean? That means that every time we have 2, we're going to count 1. So this is 1, 2. So we're going to call that 1. All right. So that's going to be 1. Okay. Because they say 2 centimeter equal to 1 unit. And then we're going to go 2 again. 1, 2. And that's going to be 2. Okay. And then we're going to go 1, 2. And that's going to be what? Can someone help me? It's going to be what?
1, 2.
No.
3.
3. Very good. And then we're going to go
4.
1, 2. And that's going to be what? That's going to
4.
be 4. Very good. And then we're going to go 1, 2. And that's going to be what?
5.
5. Okay. All right. Do you all understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Or you need me to explain it again? Anyone need me to explain it again? Anyone need me to explain it again? Or you understand it? Notice it says 2 centimeters to 1 unit. All right, so let me explain that one more time for those who may not understand it. 2 centimeters to 1 unit means that you're gonna count every 2 blocks is 1 unit. So let's do it again. So this is 1, 2, and that's gonna be what? That's gonna be
1.
1, right? And then we're gonna have 1, 2, and that's gonna be what? 2, right? And then we're gonna have 1, 2, and that's gonna be what?
3.
3. And then we're gonna have what? 1, 2, and that's gonna be what?
4.
4. And then we're gonna have what? 1,
1,
2, and that's gonna be what?
5.
It's gonna be 5. All right. And so that's how we do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that's how we're gonna count it all up. All right. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense to you all.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. Good. So let's clear our drawings and let's actually label it. So the first one, how many students read one book? How many students read 1 book?
4.
4. Very good. 4 students read 1 book. So we're gonna represent that on the bar graph, right? 4 students read 1 book. All right. So let's do that. Let's represent that. Again, 4 students read 1. All right, so we have 4 students. We have 4 students who read 1 book. So let's represent that on the bar graph. Again, 4 students read 1 book. Again, 4 students read 1 book. So if we look at our bar graph, what do we do? This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Do you all understand that? So right here, right here is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me know if you all understand that, please. Again, let me know if y'all understand that.
Yes, sir. So
Yes.
Okay.
Sir.
Okay, good. So four students read one book. Now, what are we gonna do for the next one? We're gonna do it for the next one. What are we gonna do for two books? How many students read two books?
9 students.
Nine students read two books. Very good. 9 students read two books. And so for the 9 students that read two books, we're going to do it all the way up to 9. All right, all the way up to 9. So all right, so we're gonna do two students who read 9 books. All right, again, 2 students who read 9 books. And so let's represent that properly. Again, 2 students who read 9 books. So let's put that on our bar graph here. Again, 2 students who read 9 books. And so I'm going to show it to you right now. If you notice carefully, if you look at this, right? What you're going to do is you're going to write 2 here, right? Because this is, remember how we counting? This is 1, 2, and it's going to be 1, 2. And so that's going to be the 2 here. So we have to go all the way up to 9. And you have to space out your bars, right? You have to space them out because you don't want to have them squished together. All right. So 2 students read 9 books. All right. 2 students read 9 books. Do you all understand it so far? Let me know, please, if you understand what I'm doing so far.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who is drawing their graph? Let me know if you're drawing your graph.
I'm doing it.
Okay. Okay, good. Very good. Anyone finish the graph?
I'm doing.
Like we went ahead
I
of
finished it now.
you finished it already? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, smart girl. So
I'm
let's
finishing.
very good, Samantha. Okay, so let's now for 3 books, how many students read 3 books? How many students read 3 books? What does it say? How many
5.
5 students read 3 books, right? So we're gonna do 5 students for 3 books. And so let's do that. So for 3 books, we're gonna have 5 students. So again, 3 books, 5 students. All right, so we have to draw that bar there as well. For 3 books, we have 5 students. Again, for 3 books, we have 5 students. How many students read 4 books? How many students read 4 books?
15.
15, very good. So that means that we have to go from 4 and go all the way up to what? Go all the way up to what? Go all the way up to 15. Very good. Go all the way up to 15. Okay. And then they said that 5 students read 7 books. So what does that mean? That means that right here, 5 students, right? And 5 students read 7. So we have to put 7 right there. Okay, 7 right there. So 5 students read 7 books. All right. If you have coloring pencils, you can actually color the different colors for the bar graph. If you do not have coloring pencils, then what you can do is you can shade it in, right? You can shade it in with your pencil. All right. So again, 4 students read 1 book, right? 9 students read 2 books, right? 3 students read 5 books. Okay. 4 students read, I am so sorry. Yeah, 5 students read 3 books. 15 students read 4 books, and 7 students read 5 books. Let me say that again. So we have 4 students read 1 book. We have 9 students read 2 books. We have 5 students read 3 books. We have 15 students read 4 books. And then we have 7 students read 5 books. And so that's how we do it. Okay. So we have frequency here, and then we have number of books on this side. All right. Please let me know if you understand that. Again, please let me know if you understand that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How many persons are drawing their graph? Let me know if you are drawing your graph.
I am.
I already finished.
You already finished yours? Okay. Okay. Anyone else finish with their graph? Let me know, please.
I draw mine, but I have to fill it in.
You have to fill it in. Okay, good. Okay, make sure I fill it in properly. The next question says, state the modal number of books read. State the modal number of books read. Now, when we say modal, right? What does mode means? Again, what does mode means?
All total.
And the
No,
quarter most.
the data value that occurs the most, right? So let me write that down for you all. The mode. So the definition of mode, so let's write that down for mode. The definition of mode is going to be, write this down for me, please. When we say mode, we mean the most popular value. So mode is, this is the value that occurs the most, right? Occurs the most. Or we say this is the most popular value of the data set. Okay. So based on this, Paul, where's Paul? Paul, are you there?
There.
What is the definition of mode? What is the definition of mode, Paul?
This is the value that occurs the most.
Occurs the most. Very good. And Mark, where's Mark? Mark, are you there? Where's Mark? Mark, can you hear me? Mark, I can't hear you. You have to speak into the mic. Can you hear me, Mark?
Yes, sir.
What is the definition for mode?
This is the value that occurs the most.
Very good. Mark, did you send in your first notes? The first set that I had?
No, sir. Not yet.
Why are you taking so long to send it? Did you finish
Send
it?
right now. Yes, sir. I just finished it.
Okay, and Malia rule. Where's Malia?
Yeah, Mr. Petit.
What is the definition of mode?
This is the value that occurs the most.
Very good. This is the value that occurs the most. Okay, and Nivea Gordon, what is the definition of mode?
The number that occurs the most.
Very good. It's the number that occurs the most. Now, based on that definition, that the mode is the value that occurs the most, what is going to be the modal number of books read?
Okay. 5.
What is the modal number of books read?
15.
50?
15.
Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Go and put inside the chat. Put inside the chat, everyone, what you think the modal number of books read is going to be. Again, put inside the chat what you think the modal number of books read is going to be. Again, put inside the chat what you think the modal number of books read is going to be. All right, everyone needs to answer, not just 3 persons. Put inside the chat what you think the modal number of books read is going to be. Again, put that inside the chat for me. What do you think the modal number of books read is going to be? Put your answer inside the chat. I only see 7 persons who've placed their answer inside the chat. I need the rest of you to answer for me. What do you think the modal number of books read is going to be? Again, put your answer inside the chat for me. Again, put your answer inside the chat. What do you think the modal number of books read is going to be? Put your answer inside the chat. Let's see. Randisha says 4, Kyle says 5, Dari says 4. Samantha, what are you saying? 4, 15, 5, what are you saying? Samantha, what are you saying?
I was saying 4, which is 15.
4, which one? 4 or 15? It's only one. What do you think it's going to be? Where's Samantha?
I'm here.
What is going to be 4 or 15? Isn't it?
Number box red 4.
I think it's 4 or 15. China, what China, what are you saying?
I was saying, isn't it all because like all the numbers only appear once?
Oh, all the number only appear once. Okay, interesting. Does all the number appear once? Do we agree
No,
with
sir.
China?
No, sir. No, sir.
No. China, they're saying no, they don't agree with you. What do you mean by all them appear once? What do you mean? You mean because it's just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
Yes, I don't even know how to explain.
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Let me show you how to let me show you how to express the data set, right? So how many ones do we have? How many persons read one book? How many ones do we have?
1,
No, how many ones do we have? They tell you the frequency. How many ones do we have?
4.
4. So let's write 4 ones. So we're gonna express the data set. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there any more ones left? Are there any more ones left?
No, sir.
No. How many 2s do we have? How many 2s do we have?
9.
We have 9 2s. We have 9 2s. So we gotta write 2 9 times. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are there any more 2s? Are there any more 2s?
No, sir.
No. And how about 3s? How many
No, sir.
3s do we have? How many 3s do we have?
5.
5. Very good. So we're gonna write 5 3s. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, good. How many 4s do we have? How many 4s do we have?
15.
15, right? So we gotta write 4 15 times. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, right? That's 4, right? Do we have any more 4s left? Do we have any more 4s left? Hello, I'm not talking to only one person. Do we have any more 4s left?
No, sir.
No. How about 5s? How many 5s do we have?
7.
7 5s. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, if we look at this data set of numbers China and the whole class.
What's everything supposed to be 7?
7, how much I put? How many I put? I put
Five.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Thank you. Okay, so if we look at this data set, right, everyone, what number appears the most?
4.
4.
4.
Very good. 4 is the number that appears the most. So what is the modal number of books read?
4.
4.
4. You understand now, China?
Yes, sir. I didn't know you had to express it with the frequency.
Yeah, it is a frequency, so you express it like that. So it's gonna be 4 books that are read. All right, so 4 is the modal number of books read. And so let's write that down. Okay, so let's end show. So the answer here is going to be 4. So the modal number of books read is going to be 4. So the answer is 4 books. 4 books.
It's easy to do.
Say it again.
I said it's easy to do now.
It's easy. Okay, that's good. I like that. All right, so are y'all finished with this slide? If so, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, I need everyone to do it. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right. Again, take a picture of your work, take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to do that, please. Take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to do that, not just a few persons. I need everyone to do that. Take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put this inside the chat for those who are still writing this down. Again, I'm going to put this inside the chat for those persons who are still writing it down. All right. All right. Are we done with the slide? Let me know, please, if you're finished with the slide.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you all sent in your notes already?
Yes,
Have you all
sir.
sent in your notes already? Okay. Okay, good. So, all right, good. All right, good. All right, make sure, please send a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, make sure, please take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right.
I sent mine.
You sent yours. Anyone else send their one? Let me know, please, if you sent your work.
I sent mine.
Okay. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do one more little exercise before we go into English. I just want to do one more exercise before we go into English, and then we can transition over to English. All right. All right. So all right, so for this one, you do not have to write it down. Again, for this one, you do not have to write it down. This is just something we're gonna do together. You don't have to write it down. We're just gonna look at it together so that we can get a sense of how to another practice at bar graphs. So let me change the design on this thing. Gotta select a slide. Okay, so I think we're ready for this one. All right, so here we have another bar graph. This one shows 1, 2, 3, 5 different types of weather. Can you all tell me the different types of weather that are shown on this bar graph?
Sunny, cloudy, windy, rainy, and
Sunny,
snowy.
cloudy, windy, rainy, and snowy.
Very good.
Snow.
Sunny. So, oh, I mean, this one is too high up. Sunny, cloudy, rainy, windy, and snowy. Now, the thing is that notice that for bar graphs, you have to have a space in between. All right. When you look at how we constructed our bar graphs, there's a space in between. So whenever you're constructing your bar graphs, make sure that you have a space in between. Look at all these bar graphs that we have. Notice that there's space in between. So whenever you're constructing your bar graphs, make sure that you have a space in between. All right.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, can I step away real quick, please?
Yes, you can. So the first question says, how many days were sunny based on this one? On the graph, on the bar graph, how many days were sunny?
5.
Okay, good. 5, very good. 5 were sunny. And how many days were rainy? How many days were rainy?
10.
10.
10, very good. 10 were rainy. 10 were rainy. And how many more snowy days were there than cloudy days?
4.
All right, so for sunny days, let's put it on the side. For sunny days we have 5. All right. For cloudy days we have we have 3. So and rainy days, what do you have? The rainy days is what? Rainy days is gonna be what?
10.
10. Yes, 10. Rainy days is gonna be 10. All right. And then how many more snowy days were there than cloudy days?
4.
4.
Well, for snowy there were what? 7, and for cloudy there was what? 3. So all we have to do is minus what? 7 and what?
3.
7 and 3, and that gives us what?
4.
4. Yeah, that gives us 4. So 7 minus 3 is definitely 4. So the answer here is 4. How many fewer windy days were there than rainy days? How many fewer windy days were there than rainy days? How many fewer windy days were there than rainy days?
5.
So windy and rainy. Windy was how much? Windy was what?
5.
Windy was 5, and rainy was what?
10.
10.
10.
10. So all we have to do for this one is we have to subtract what? 10 and what?
5.
10 and 5. So 10 minus 5 is going to be what?
5.
It's gonna be
5.
5. It's going to be 5. So the answer here is definitely 5. And for the fifth one, how many days were sunny and snowy? How many days were sunny and snowy combined?
12.
Sunny and snowy.
12.
Sunny and snowy, that's going to be 7 plus what?
12.
Plus
Plus
5.
5.
Plus 5, which is
Which
going to
is
be
12.
what? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's going to be
12.
12. 12, very good. 12. Okay, 12. All right. Good stuff. All right. Okay, so it's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock, so let's get into English language. Again, it's 8 o'clock, so we're gonna get into English language exercise. So let's go ahead and do that.
Exercise.
I mean, not exercise, but you know, I'm talking about. And
So don't write down the bar graph, Mr. Petit.
no, you didn't have to write this down. You didn't have to write this down. This is just something we're doing, just as an example.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and head up for English. So let's go ahead and head up. Today is apply to select a slide. Today is what? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, the 3rd.
3rd.
Yeah, the 3rd of April, 2024. Subject is, of course, English language. And the topic is, so the last time we were here, can anyone remember what we did the last time we were here?
Metaphor?
We did
Metaphor?
explaining how to
Metaphor?
how to
Oh.
explain a metaphor. Yeah. All right. So that's the last time we did. We did how to explain a metaphor. Anyone can remember? Anyone can remember what we did in that session? What I was explaining? Anyone can
A
remember?
metaphor in a sentence.
Say it again.
You was explaining the metaphors in a sentence.
Yeah, we were explaining the metaphors in the sentence. Very good. So so we're gonna be doing the same thing today. This is gonna be part 2. So identifying and explaining metaphors, part 2. Okay. Identifying and explaining metaphors is gonna be part 2. So for this one, identifying and explaining metaphors, part 2. So for this one, we are going to explain it. For this one, I'm gonna give you all the paragraph. Okay. Again, we're gonna look at the paragraph. I'm gonna actually write it down for you, and then we're gonna go together and explain it. All right, so let's go ahead. So all right, so let's go ahead and let's go ahead and write it down. All right, so write down this paragraph for me, please. It says education is a vast garden where curious minds bloom like flowers, soaking in knowledge like raindrops, thirsty for like raindrops on its thirsty soil. It's a journey, or it is a journey. Wait. Let me enlarge it so y'all could be able to see it. It's a journey, a winding path through the valleys of challenges and peaks of understanding. Where each step is a building block for the mind's towering architecture. Like a compass, so architecture. Like a compass, education Education guides us through the maze of ignorance, illuminating the new way or the way with the light of wisdom. It's a treasure chest. It's a treasure chest unlocking. It's a treasure chest unlocking doors to new worlds. And possibilities. With each key of learning, ultimately, education is a symphony harmonizing the notes of experience, inquiry, and discovery. Into a melody of enlightenment. All right. I need 2 readers to volunteer to read this paragraph. Just 2 readers.
I want to volunteer, Mr. Petit. I didn't get to read last class, so...
You want to volunteer? Okay, sure.
Yes, sir.
No problem. Anyone else want to volunteer to read? Besides Malik?
I would like to, but I can't compete with them.
Okay, sure, you can go. So we have Juan and Malik. Okay, so go ahead and read it, Malik.
Yes, sir. Education is a vast garden where curious minds bloom like flowers, soaking in knowledge like raindrops on its thirsty soil. It's a journey, a winding path through the valleys of challenges and peaks of understanding, where each step is a building block for the mind's towering architecture. Like a compass, education guides us through the maze of ignorance, illuminating the way with the light of wisdom. It's a treasure chest, unlocking doors to new worlds and possibilities with each key of learning. That's it from me.
Ultimately. Go ahead, finish it. Ultimately.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go ahead, what his name is?
Me?
No, I want him to finish it. You're gonna read it again. Go ahead, Malik, finish it, ultimately.
Yes, sir. Ultimately, education is a symphony, harmonizing the notes of experience, inquiry, and discovery into a melody of enlightenment.
Very good read.
I wanted
Go
to
ahead.
give the other guy a chance to read.
Yeah, he's gonna read it after you anyway. Go
But
ahead,
not like that.
I know. I know. No, seriously, I mean, like, that's a talent, babe. That's a talent. Go ahead, Juan.
Education is a vast garden where curious minds bloom like flowers, soaking in knowledge like raindrops on a thirsty soil. It's a journey, a winding path through the valleys of challenges and peaks of understanding, where each step is a building block for the mind's towering architecture. Like a compass, education guides us through the maze of ignorance, illuminating the way with the light of wisdom. It's a treasure chest, unlocking doors to new worlds and possibilities with each key of learning. Ultimately, education is a sympathy, harmonizing the notes of experience, inquiry, and discovering into a melody of enlightenment.
Very good. Very good read, both of you all. You got 2 males. I need 2 females to volunteer to read. If you don't volunteer, then I'll pick you.
I'll go.
Go ahead, Samantha. And we need another volunteer.
Education is a
Wait, no,
vast garden.
no. Before you go, I need
Oh.
another volunteer. Another female volunteer. Where is Latalia? Natalia, are you there? Where's Natalia? I can't have Nivea Gordon. Where's Nivea?
Yes, sir.
I need you to read after Samantha. Go ahead, Samantha. Read it for me.
Education is a vast garden where curious minds bloom like flowers, soaking in knowledge like raindrop on its thirsty soil. It's a journey, a winding path through the valleys of challenges and peaks of understanding, where each step is a building block for the mind's towering
Architecture.
architecture. Like a compass, education guides us through the maze of ignorance, illuminating the way with the light of wisdom. It's a treasure chest, unlocking doors to the new worlds and possibilities with each key of learning. Ultimately, education is a symphony harmonizing the notes of experience, inquiry, and discovering into a melody of enlightenment.
Thank you so much, Samantha. Very good. And last person, Nivea. Go ahead and read this for me.
Education is a vast garden where curious minds bloom like flowers, soaking in knowledge like raindrops on its thirsty soil. It's a journey, a winding path through the valley of challenges and peaks of understanding, where each step is a building block for the mind's towering architecture. Like a compass, education guides us through the maze of ignorance, illuminating the way with the light of wisdom. It's a treasure chest, unlocking doors to the new world and possibilities with each key of learning. Ultimately, education is a symphony, harmonizing the notes of experience, inquiry, and discovery into a melody of enlightenment.
Very good read. Excellent read. Thank you, Nivea. Dari, you want to read, but is your mic working? I don't think your mic is working.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it is. Okay, go ahead and read it.
Education is a vast garden where curious minds bloom like flowers, soaking in knowledge like raindrops on its thirsty soil. It's a journey, a winding path through the valleys of challenges and peaks of understanding, where each step is a building block for the mind's towering architecture. Like a compass, education guides us through the maze of ignorance, illuminating the way illuminating the way with the light of wisdom. It's a treasure chest, unlocking doors to new worlds and possibilities with each key of learning. Ultimately, education is a symphony harmonizing the notes of experience, inquiry, and discovery into a melody of enlightenment.
Very good read. All right. I know we titled this Identify and Explain Metaphors. Let me just change it to figurative language because besides metaphors, there's a lot of figurative language inside of it besides metaphor. So let's look at, identifying and explaining figurative language. Okay. Language. Let's just change the title. Okay, so let's start off with metaphors. There's at least 5 metaphors inside this. And so we're gonna locate them and then we're gonna explain what they mean. So let me put this on the side. So on this side, this is the passage. Now we want to locate the 5 metaphors, but besides the 5 metaphors, there are also other things that we could locate, but let's start off with the metaphors, okay? So go ahead. What are the 5 metaphors?
Education is a vast
Wait, one
garden.
moment. Identify and explain 5 metaphors. Okay, identify and explain the figurative language. In the passage. Start with the metaphors. So we can start with at least 5 metaphors. All right, so let's go ahead and do it. So we want to start with at least 5 metaphors, right? So number 1, anyone can identify the metaphors that you see?
Education is a vast.
Yeah, fair. Education is a vast garden. That's definitely one. Education is a vast garden. Let me highlight that. I should put it in this color. Very good. Education is a vast garden. Anyone else?
Curious minds blooms like flowers.
That's not a metaphor. Curious mind blooms like flowers. What is that?
Oh, that's a simile, my God.
That's a simile. That's a simile. Any other metaphors? Education is a vast garden. What else?
Education is a symphony.
Education is
A symphony.
a symphony. Where you see that? Education is a symphony. Very good. A symphony. Where do we see symphonies? Symphonies is in what? In what? Where do we see symphonies? In, start with M. Where do we have symphonies?
Music.
Music. Yeah, music. So, by the way, please write this down. Again, please write this down. This is not here for pretty. Make sure I write this down. So we have education is a vast garden. That's one metaphor. We have education as a symphony. What else? What else? Education is a vast garden. Education is a symphony. Education is it's a journey. Education is a journey.
It's like a compass.
No, that's like a compass. That's a thing. That's a simile, like a compass. Education guides us through the maze of ignorance.
It's a treasure chest.
It's a treasure chest. Very good. It's a treasure chest. What else? Education is a vast garden. Education is a journey. Education is a treasure chest. Education is a symphony. What else? Yes, how much that is? 1, 2, 3, 4. We need one more. Education is a vast garden. It's a journey. Anyone else see any other metaphors? Oh, there's only 4. Hello, do you all see any other metaphors, or it's only 4?
Me, I could only see those 4 right now.
Each step is a building block.
Each step is a building block. That is so good. Who said that?
Me.
That's China, right? Each step is a building block. That's true. And possibility with each key of learning. Ultimately, like a compass, education guide us to the way to the
Further up. Right there. Go down some more. Right there.
Each step, very good. It's a winding path through the valleys of challenges and peaks of understanding, where each step is a building block. Very good. Each step is a building block. Okay, so that's the metaphors. Let's start off with them. Do we have any other figurative language besides the metaphors?
Yes, sir.
Similes.
Similes. Where do you see the similes?
Curious minds bloom like flowers.
Very good. Curious minds bloom like flowers. What else?
Soaking knowledge like raindrops. It's thirsty
Soak.
soul.
Yeah, soaking in knowledge like raindrops. That's a simile. Anyone else see anything?
Like a compass,
Like a compass.
education guides us through the
Yeah.
maze of ignorance.
Yeah, like a compass, it guides us to the maze of ignorance. What else? Do we see any other figurative language? Nothing. Harmonizing those over there. How about symbolism? Right? So a lot of symbols are used inside of this, right? What are the symbols that are used inside of this? Imagery. What are symbols used that appeals to our sense of sight? So we have a garden. What else? A garden, we could see the garden in our minds, a vast garden. What are the symbols I use? Flowers, right? Valleys. Raindrops, right? Towering architecture, so we could see that. How about light?
Volcano doors.
How about light, right? Lights, doors, key, right? We even have notes, right? So all those are different symbolism or imagery that helps to bring this passage together, all right? Okay, so let's explain these, identify them and explain them. So the first one is education. Education is a vast garden. Where is Brashawn? Are you there? Okay, how can we explain education is a vast garden? What is that? How can we explain that? Education is a vast garden. We can say.
Keeps growing, or something like that.
Like why does the writer say that education is a garden? What happens in a garden?
Plants grow.
Plants grow, right? Plants develop.
It's like education, we learn something new every day.
No, it means that, okay, what happens in a classroom? Right? What happens in a classroom?
Kids learn.
Kids learn, they grow. Just like how flowers would grow and
Bloom.
develop and bloom, right? Education helps a person to be able to grow and develop and get better, right? So it's like a garden because when it rains, right? When it rains, the thirsty soil or the soil that is parched from drought or whatever can be able to find relief and can be able to find satisfaction. Same thing with education. Like when you're curious and you want to find something out, education is that it's similar to that raindrop because it helps you once you finally figure what you want to know. When you finally figure out what you want to know, then you can you feel relieved, you feel satisfied, right? That desire is quenched. And so we can say here, we can say this metaphor, all right, this metaphors, all right, this metaphor is this metaphor portrays education. By the way, write this down for me, please. Again, this metaphor portrays education as a nurturing, just like how a garden, right? So this metaphor portrays education as a nurturing environment where what?
Where minds develop.
Where minds grow, develop, where minds, just like plants, right? Just like plants, minds what? Grow and what? Develop. Similar to what? Grow and develop similar to what? Similar to how plants what? Flourish in a well-tended garden. All right? You all understand that? You all understand the metaphor that was used with the vast garden? Okay. Paul, can you read the first explanation?
Education is a vast garden. This metaphor portrays education as a nurturing environment where minds grow and develop, similar to how plants flourish in a well-tended garden.
Very good. And Angel, where's Angel? Can you read this explanation for education as a vast garden? Where's Angel? Angel, can
Yes,
you go ahead? Can you read the explanation for education as a vast garden?
this method portrays education
Metaphor.
this metaphor portrays education as a nurturing environment where minds grow and develop, similar to how plants flourish in a well-tended garden.
Very good. So the reason why they compare education to a garden is because it's a nurturing environment, right? Just like how plants grow inside of a garden, inside the environment of education, you have a nurturing environment. They bloom, plants bud, just like how students, their minds develop, their minds grow, okay? And then, now the second one is education is a what? Education is a journey. Education is a journey. Now, education is a journey. Okay, so why is education compared to a journey? Why is it compared to a journey? It says it right there. Why is it compared to a journey? Education is a journey. What does that mean?
It's challenging and long.
It's challenge, just like our journey can be challenging and long, right? But a journey is continuous, right? A journey is continuous, right? A journey continues, right? So just like with education, it's a continual process. First, you was at kindergarten, then you go to grade 1, then you go to grade 2, then you go to grade 3, then you go to grade 4, then you go finish primary school, then you go to high school, then you go to after junior high, then you go to senior high. After senior high, you go to college. After college, you go to university. After university, you get a life and you're still learning, right? So it's a continual process, just like how when you have a journey, like a regular journey through the mountains, journey through valleys, like it's up and down. Sometimes you know what to do, sometimes you don't know what to do, right? So it's a journey, right? So education is a journey. Do you all understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if we were to explain education the journey, how we would explain that, right? We can say here, education is likened to a voyage or journey, right? A voyage or expedition. An expedition is just another word for journey. So here education is likened to a voyage or expedition, emphasizing the continuous process of learning and the various experiences encountered along the way. All right. Here, education is likened to a voyage or expedition, emphasizing how continuous it is, right? The continuous nature of education, and also that when you're learning, you get different experiences along the way. All right. All right. So that's that. Okay. So Then we have where is Latalia? Latalia, can you hear me? It's Latalia. And Tegan, where's Tegan? Where's Tegan? Tegan, can you hear me? I can't hear from Tegan for some reason. How about Kmar? Kmar, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you read the second part? For education is a journey.
Education is a journey. Here, education is a likened to a voyage or expedition, emphasizing the continuous process of learning and various experience encountered along the way.
Thank you. So it is a journey or a voyage. Where is Kyle? Kyle, can you hear me? Where's Kyle? How about Kiajane? Kiajane, can you hear me? Where's Kiajane? Good. Can you read the explanation for education is a journey? Go ahead, Kiajane.
Education is a journey. Higher education is like to a voyage, an expedition, empathizing and continuous process of learning and various experience encountered along the way.
Thank you. So it's the continuous process of learning and the various experiences encountered along the way. All right? Experiences encountered along the way. All right, the third one we have is education is a treasure chest. Education is a treasure chest. Now, when we say education is a treasure chest, what does that mean? Why does the author use that particular metaphor, that education is a treasure chest?
Because it's valuable.
It's valuable. Yeah, I like that. It's valuable.
Because you get something new every time.
Because you get something new every time, right? It's precious, it's valuable, just like a treasure chest, right? Anyone else?
You don't want to let it go?
You don't want to let it go? I like that. I like that. So it's valuable, right? A treasure chest is waiting to be what? Waiting to be
Bound.
waiting to be waiting to be broken or waiting to be discovered, right? So just like how it says it's a treasure chest unlocking doors to new worlds and possibilities, right? So just like how a treasure chest, you don't know what's going to be on the inside, right? You don't know what you're going to find. When you push the key and turn it, you don't know what's going to be inside there. And so with each key that you find, and with like, for example, you have like 10 treasure chests you find along your journey, you're like, okay, what's going to be in the, what's going to be in this one? What's going to be in this one? What's going to be in this one? It's the same thing with education. As you learn, it's like, okay, what's the new thing for this one? Like, what are we going to learn in this science class? What are we going to learn in this social science class? What we can learn in this particular subject, like what is the thing about this particular concept and stuff like that. So with each one, you unlock a whole new world, a new possibility that you didn't even know existed. So that's just like how it's a treasure chest with the limitless possibilities, and also with how valuable it is. Just like how a treasure chest is valuable, education is also valuable in the same way. And so education is a treasure chest. So how are we going to explain that? So if they would say, explain in your own words. So if you're inside the exam and they want you to explain in your own words, education is a treasure chest. Like, how would you do that, right? Remember, whenever you're explaining a metaphor, you have to show how both of them are similar, all right? That's what you have to do whenever you're explaining a metaphor. You have to show how both ideas are similar, okay? Give me one moment, please. Give me one moment. All right, so how are we going to explain education as a treasure chest? We have to talk about how valuable it is, all right? If we try and explain that education is a treasure chest. So let's explain that. So it says, it suggests, so this metaphor suggests, right? So it suggests that education holds valuable insights and knowledge, right? So just like how a treasure chest is valuable, education is also valuable, right? Because it helps you not to be, helps you not to, it helps you to avoid being, you know, like helps you to avoid being swing, like help you to avoid persons taking advantage of you because you don't have the knowledge or the information. So it's valuable. It suggests that education holds valuable insights and knowledge, right? Akin to treasures, akin to treasures waiting to be discovered and appreciated. All right. So it suggests that education holds valuable insights and knowledge likened to treasures waiting to be discovered and appreciated. All right. Okay, good stuff. I need Akiro. Akiro, are you there? Where's Akiro? Akiro, can you hear me? How about China? Where's Akiro? Akiro, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I need you to send in your notes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you always saying yes, sir, but you never send them to me. So you need to send me your notes. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Read the third one with education is a treasure chest.
I can't. Okay, sorry. It suggests that education holds the valuable insight and knowledge akin to treasures waiting to be discovered and appreciated.
Good. Akiro, don't let me have to call your mommy tonight for you, for your notes. You understand me? So make sure I send them or I will be calling your mommy. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Because you always do the same thing. Make sure I send in your notes. And Dari, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Can you read the third one? Education as a treasure is a treasure chest.
Education is a treasure chest. It suggests that education holds valuable insights and knowledge akin to treasures waiting to be discovered and appreciated.
Very good. Okay, so the next one is, let's look at education as a symphony, fourth one. So education is a symphony. Now, when we talk about symphony, obviously we're talking about the music, right? And a symphony is something that is harmonious. A symphony is something that you know, it sounds good because it blends together, right? And so just like education brings together a lot of things. It brings your past experience, it brings together your curiosity, right? It brings together, you know, the fact that you're going to be discovering all these things. Pull that all together with the fact that you're going to be enlightened at the same time. So it's a symphony because just like how a symphony harmonizes things, brings them together, education brings a lot of things together as well. Experience, inquiry, discovery, curiosity, and all those different things. And so we got to explain that. So we're going to say this metaphor describes education as a harmonious blend of different of different elements, right? Such as experience, inquiry, and discovery. Coming together to create a beautiful, meaningful whole. All right. So we have all these things coming together to create a beautiful, meaningful whole. All right. And that's what we mean by education as a symphony. All right. Okay. So I'm just going to do 4. I'm not going to do the 5th one because we don't have enough space on our screen to do it. So we're just going to do 4 of the metaphors. Go ahead. Where is China? Can you read the 4th one? Education is a symphony. One moment. Let me underline it first. Education is a symphony. Go ahead and read that.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
This metaphor describes education as a harmonious blend of different elements, such as experience, inquiry, and discovery coming together to create a beautiful,
meaningful whole. Thank you. A beautiful, meaningful whole. All right. If you finish with these notes, take a picture of them and send it to me via WhatsApp again. If you're finished with the notes, take a picture of them and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need you to take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp once you're finished. All right. And
I cannot see the entire of number 4. Sorry.
What part you cannot see?
Inquiry and.
Okay, that's where then.
Yes, sir.
So let me put that inside the chat then. So for those of you who cannot see the bottom, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put inside the chat for you, so you can be able to see it. Good. Thank you, Samantha, Kingston, Dia. The rest of you, I need your notes. I have Samantha, Nivea's work. But it's always the boys I'm missing.
Can you send mine right now?
Where are the boys? I need y'all to send your work.
I'm sorry.
Jasmine, send me what you have, please. Jasmine, send me what you have. Do you hear me, Jasmine? Jasmine Low, do you hear me? Send me what you have.
Excuse me, Miss Petit, do you want me to also send you what I have? Because I'm not done.
No, I mean Jasmine, because Jasmine is doing something else. All right, make sure I write this down. I see Chai's work, Bethany, Paul, Casey. I still am not seeing my boys' work. Like Ajani. Where's Ajani? I don't have Ajani's work, and Akiro's work I don't have. And who else? Ajani, Akiro, Kema. It's always your 3. And Kyle. Where's
Yes, sir.
Ajani? Kyle,
Yes, sir.
where's your work? Where's your work?
I sent you my work, sir.
No, you only send me your work. Stop lying.
So I sent you my work. You mean the English notes, sir?
Of course, I mean the English notes.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, I'm happy.
I need Kyle, I need Kemar, I need Ajani, and I need Akiro to send in their work. These are the 4 persons who never send in their work. Again, where's Ajani?
Yes, sir.
I need you to send me your work. You understand me? Send me what you have right now.
Yes.
And where's Akiro?
Mr. Petit is still writing it.
Where's Akiro?
Yes, sir.
Send me what you have right now. Akiro, you didn't answer me. I said, send me what you have.
Yes, sir.
And who else? Don't send in their work.
Send my work.
Who else is speaking?
Jeremy, so.
Jeremy, did you eventually was able to come on? Because I knew you was having internet troubles. Where's Gilbriana? Gilbriana, where are you?
I'm Rachel.
Can you read the last one for Education as a Symphony?
Education is essentially this metaphors describe education as a harmonious blend of different elements such as experience, equality, and discovery coming together to create a beautiful, meaningful whole.
Thank you. And where's Latalia? Latalia, are you there? Can't hear from Latalia. Make sure to take a picture of your notes and send it to me, please. I have Angel's work, Juan's work, Daisy's work. Where's Mark? Mark, can you hear me? Where's Mark?
Yes, sir.
Where's your work?
I haven't finished it yet.
You still writing it down?
Yes, sir.
When it comes to the bar graph, you need a pencil and a ruler to draw the bar graphs, Mark.
Yes, sir.
You understand me?
I have it right now.
Yeah, but you have to at least find a straight edge. All right, you cannot
Yes.
write sloppy. Sloppy is not good. Again, take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp. Where's Kingston?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what we went through today about the metaphors?
Yes, sir.
And how to explain them?
Yes, sir.
Okay, read for me Education is a Vast Garden, the explanation for that one.
Yes, sir. Education is a vast garden. This metaphor portrays education as a nurturing environment where minds grow and develop, similar to how plants flourish in a well-tended garden.
Thank you. Where's Kima?
Yes, sir.
Where's your notes?
I'm still writing.
Okay. I mean the math notes.
Oh, I have something right now.
Kima, where's your math notes?
I'm about to song right now.
Kima, I hope that's not attitude. I sense inside of your voice.
No, sir.
Oh. Where's Sabria?
Yeah.
Sabria, did you send me your work?
I sent you the math ones. I have to send you the English one.
So why you tell your mommy that class over?
Because I was on my phone and I got kicked out and I didn't know, so I thought you'd end the meeting. So that's why I told the classes out.
Why would I end the meeting if we didn't finish English?
I didn't know that. That's why I said that, because I got kicked out and when I looked back on my phone, I didn't see the meeting thing on pop up. So therefore I thought that class was over and you ended the meeting.
Yeah. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you, Sabria. And even your mommy telling me that you're a liar. So what you have to do is stop lying. I don't understand why you can't be focused for a few moments. Come on, Sabria, you have to do better than this. I keep on telling you, this is not a babysit center. I don't run no babysitting daycare center. That's not what I run. You have to be mature enough to sit down and focus. Do you understand me, Sabria?
Yes, sir.
And stop listening to music during my class. How in the world you could hear me if you're listening to music? Does that make sense? Hello,
And I got
hello.
kicked off.
No. I said, does that make sense?
No.
Okay then. Well, don't do it. Pay attention and be focused. All right. All right. For those of you who have already sent me the notes, again, for those of you who have already sent me the notes, you can leave. The rest of you, who haven't sent me the notes, then you have to stay until you send me the
Yes,
notes.
let's see, you get my half notes.
Good night.
Yes, I just got them. I need your English notes before you go. All right.
Yes, sir.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night. Sabria, what part of this you on?
I'm on the number 3.
The third one? Okay. All right, for those of you who haven't finished the notes, you have to make sure stay back until you finish the notes. And do not leave until I have your notes. Where is Akiro?
Yes, I finishing off the notes.
Which one, the math or the English?
English.
What part of send me what you have don't you understand? Send me what you have. Do you understand that? Hello, Akiro.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand send me what you have? You understand that?
Yes, sir.
So send it then.
Yes, sir.
Send me
Yes,
what you
sir.
have, man. Yes, yes, Kyle.
I forgot to tell you, good night. So,
Did you
good night, sir.
did you send me
Yes,
the
sir.
notes? Did you
Yes,
send me
sir.
the English?
Yes, sir. On the math.
Okay, no problem. Have a good evening.
I send you all my work, Mr. Petit.
All right, Javin, here we go. Where's Sabria?
Yes, sir.
What you on now?
I have to finish up before.
Number 4, okay.